Hello, welcome to the Rolling Ramble. Yes, I am in the same outfit you guys saw yesterday. I went into work yesterday morning, got there at 7:30. Was supposed to get off at 10 p.m. last night, and we had a major ice storm come through. Of course, staff could not go out and about, and my relief couldn't come in. So I spent the night and had a great time. Like I said, I love my job, so it didn't bother me not one bit. Plus, I've been there for so many years. I've worked at my job now for 23 years. I'm just as comfortable there as I can at home. So not a problem. I had a fantastic night. So it is now 10:30 and I am just now heading home in this mess. And don't worry, the roads look bad, but they're pretty good. It's all salted. It's just slush now. So today is going to be Sample Saturday, and I thought we'd make mashed cauliflower, because that is something I see people talk about all the time, and it is one of my staples. It is something I have probably once a week. No, it does not taste exactly like mashed potatoes. It tastes like mashed cauliflower. But I love cauliflower, and I feel like I have perfected my recipe. And it is creamy and dense, and I love it. So there's many times that I have had it in the past. Other people have made it for me where it's just watery, and I just, no. So I tweaked mine until I feel like it's perfect. So anyway, I thought I would make that for you here in a little while, and you guys, I'll sort of do that video where I don't know, never done it, but we're gonna see if I can film it as I make it, so that way you get a good visual on how to do it. So that's the plan. As soon as I get home, we're gonna get to it. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna get off of here, and I'll get back with you in a little bit, and we'll get into it. Okay, for Sample Saturday, we are going to make mashed cauliflower. And I didn't figure you guys wanted to see me cut up a cauliflower. So all you do is cut it up into nice sized chunks, and then put the water to level with it. And then we're going to put this on to boil, and I will get back with yins. Okay, let's check on this. We want it to be fork tender. Oh yeah, that's feeling good. Okay, yeah, you just want it fork tender, and we're going to take it off of here, and we're going to pour it into a colander that's covered with a towel, because we want it to strain through the towel. That way we don't lose any bits and pieces. And once it's completely drained, we're going to squeeze all the water out. Now, there is our cauliflower in our dish towel in a colander, and we're just going to let that sit there a few minutes, because you are going to want to squeeze the water out of this. And right now, nobody wants to be touching that hot mess. Look at the steam coming off of there. Yeah, trust me, you don't want to be trying to squeeze that. Alrighty, let's give this a few minutes, and I'll get back to you. Alrighty, I'm going to get started here. Now, it's still going to be very, very hot. So, when you're doing this, just realize it's going to burn. That's me taking off my rings. I realized I didn't need to have those on. Alrighty, so you just pull it up, and we're going to just squeeze it until and it's very hot. So get yourself a spoon to use and just squeeze that water out. See, it's amazing how much is still left in there after you've strained it. It's probably been a good 10 to 15 minutes since I poured this in here. And that water is still hot coming out of there. Very, very hot. And there's times I let this cool quite a long while, and then once it's done, I just reheat it in the microwave to serve. So you can do it either way. Burn yourself or be patient. I'm not the patient sort. There, still. Look at that. Unbelievable how much water it holds. Now, I have not tried it yet, but I was talking to another lady who says that you can roast it in the oven for an hour and try it that way. I'm going to have to try it someday. I have not yet. She said then you don't get all this water. Now, I did try to microwave it one time, and I will tell you right now, that did not work for me. Okay. Now, I normally make it in this, but I wanted you guys to be able to see it. So I'm going to use the regular thing that came with my immersion blender, which is this. But I'm not just sure how it's going to work out. It should work out fine, but it's just I've never used it in there before. I've always used the metal one. Okay, so we're just going to pour dishcloth out and let that cauliflower ball just drop down in there. Or some on the countertop. Again, that other container is bigger, and that's what I'm used to working with. And I know I could put this in a bigger bowl, but I've tried that before, and it didn't come out as smooth and creamy because the cauliflower had too much room to move around and get away from the immersion blender. So I just sort of like this because it keeps it contained. Here we go. All righty. Just put this over here in that container. All right, now I hear people talk about adding butter to theirs. I do not add butter because this is not a starch. So therefore, it is not going to absorb anything that you add. So if you add butter, it's just going to liquefy it more. You want to put things in here that's going to solidify it more. So I use 1 cup of shredded cheese. Some room here. And this is a whole head of cauliflower, by the way. I don't know that I said that earlier. So 1 cup of shredded cheese. And then cream cheese or sour cream. And now I normally use cream cheese, but we were out. So I'm using a 1/4 cup of sour cream. And this makes 4 nice sized servings. And then season to taste. Just, I throw in a few shakes of pepper and salt. And depending on what the meal is, sometimes I'll add garlic or onion powder. But right now, we're just salt and pepper. We're having fried chicken tonight. Pork rind fried chicken in the air fryer. Oh, man, I love that thing. That was one of the best. Well, it helps if I plug it in. Yeah, we go. Yeah, I might have went with that bigger thing, but I was wanting you guys to be able to see the process. Okay, I'm going to put this in a bigger container and get back with yins. Okay, we're in a bigger bowl. So I hope it turns out as creamy for me as what it normally does in that metal one. All right, so I prefer the immersion blender as opposed to a regular hand mixer or my food processor. I don't know why, it just seems to really make it creamier. And that is the key to good mashed cauliflower, is getting that creamy, where there's no chunks, bits, or pieces in it. with this. Spend a good 5 minutes actually blending it nice and smooth. I'm going to put just a little bit more salt and pepper in there. Used to be, before I started the keto diet, I never salted my food. I was so worried about sodium and high blood pressure and all that. I use more salt now than I ever have in my life, and my blood pressure is perfect. It is unbelievable. Oh, it works. Not sure what's going on with my blender here. I think it sounds like it's about done. No, it just was not seated properly. Oh, that's looking good. Alrighty, let me get my spoon. Now, look at that. Looks just like, I'm not even going to say the M word. No, looks just like mashed potatoes. So, it is simple as can be, and there's enough here. It's supposed to serve 4 people, but I would definitely have more than that here. I'm looking at this. It probably makes 6 servings for me. Definitely, it's filling. It's definitely a filling, hearty side dish. So I'll list all the calorie content and macros on a panel right after the video. Okay, you guys, you have a great evening, and I'll get back with you shortly. Okay, here's what it looks like done. Now, this is when I add my Kerrygold butter. There at the end, I just put it on the top like other people put gravy. And that way the cauliflower is able to stay firm and dense, and then but you still get that buttery flavor mixed in as you eat. But anyway, it's pretty good. I'm going to have the calorie counts following this. You guys have a great evening.